that's gonna be a problem because when your space hits below 1 gigabyte, there's a high chance that your files or your operating system might corrupt. Might not be immediate, but there's a high chance or a high probability that it might corrupt your operating system. So yeah, I think I really need to do something about it. Do some minor upgrades. Libro lang ako kasi like I said, I'm gonna need to upgrade my SSD kasi naghihingalo na siya at kailangan ko na ng mas maraming space. So I'm on my way to Easy Peasy Touchpoint, which is their new branch along North EDSA or North Avenue. As usual, traffic sa Mindanao Avenue. Withdraw lang tayo saglit guys. Kayo guys ha, para akong bago ulit sa motor ngayon kasi tagal kong hindi naglalabas, so nakakapanibago ulit pag motor for some reason. So medyo konting ingat-ingat lang tayo. Speed up ng konti kapag libre or safe. Pero as much as possible syempre drive safe pa rin tayo. So yun nga guys, kaya ako lalabas ngayon kasi yung ginagamit kong computer, like I said earlier, kailangan talagang i-upgrade yung SSD. So tingnan natin yung bagong branch dito. Kasi usually before nasa ano sila, harap lang ng Trinoma, yung Easy Peasy North EDSA branch. Pero lumipat sila sa may Venetia Residences. Dito lang rin sa harap ng Trinoma pero sa kabilang side. So, nasa Trinoma na tayo. Nasa kabilang side sila, southbound.
Grabe, medyo nakakapanibago mag-filter. Kaya naman, kaso syempre sabi nga nila, walang magaling sa motor. Ay no. So U-turn tayo dito. Makalampas lang kasi sila ng konti ng MRT station. Sila, tingnan natin kung saan sila exactly dito. Ito. Okay. Ang baho, bawang tubig. So, ayun pala sila. Easy peasy. Dito pala yung parking spot nila. So, tingnan natin. Sana may makita tayong murang budget meal na SSD. I'm looking forward sana sa at least 1 terabyte kasi parang yun na yung sweet spot ngayon when it comes to performance, your money's worth, tsaka syempre yung space. Karamihan kasi ng applications ngayon talagang gig na, lalo na yung ibang games. So tingnan natin.
So we're currently here right now at the ECPC touch point. You can see all the computers that they're selling right now. There's a lot of good spec PCs. These are the laptops that they have. Then this is one of their gaming computer. Sir, pwedeng malaman kung anong na ito? Ryzen based ba or Intel? Intel. Anong generation?
9th generation.
Wow, 9th generation i9? i5 processor. So yung video card niya, I think it's 2080 Ti. Okay, it's running 2060 Ti specs. So right now again, it's running 2060 Ti. Yeah, RTX 2060, which is a pretty good gaming spec for a budget gaming computer. You can look at the graphics card right there. It's quite a beast. So you can't go wrong. Look at the case. So this is their new branch here in Venetia, right? Anong pangalan sir ng ano na ito? Venetia? Vinya, yeah, Vinya Residences. It's just along, if you're coming from the north, it's just maybe 2 minutes past the MRT North EDSA station. They have a lot of gaming cases here as well. Well, these are really nice cases. Cooler Master, Be Quiet. Now these are like one of the, you can actually consider these computers as one of the cases for PC Master Race. They have all the keyboards right here. We got Bank, HyperX, Rack. Actually, almost anything you can think of. Steel series are here as well. Same with a mouse or gaming mouse. There's a lot of gaming mice here. Steel series, that's a pretty good model actually for Steel series. Yep, Corsair, which are the branded ones. These are the most reliable gaming
brands when it comes to computer gaming. These are, I believe it's Cherry MX. Yep, mechanical keyboard. Now, just gonna go around here. Now we have their all the gaming headsets that they are selling. They got ROG Strix brand, Steel Series, HyperX, Corsair. There's a lot. It's like a heaven for computer gamers right here. The good thing about this shop is there's actually a lot of shops, or most of the shops out there doesn't really give you the privilege to actually get a hands on their merchandise. Most of the time you can just see them on shelves, but here you can actually touch them and get a feeling, or you know, uh, try to actually interact with the gaming peripherals, which is really good. Oh, these are nice for strategy or mobile gaming like Dota or whatever. Really, really nice. These are, I think this is Rack brand. These are Steel Series ones, HyperX, the ROG. There's a lot Corsair, which is the pretty good ones. These are nice, and it's pretty cheap as well. Look at that. It's less than 500 pesos only. All the headsets, all the computers. You can even try the monitors. You can see a lot of gaming monitors right here. Now this is an Aorus monitor. I'm not sure, don't quote me. I'm no expert when it comes to the gaming monitors, but I believe this is a gaming monitor which is more than 60 hertz, maybe around 120 or 144 or 240 hertz, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got all the gaming motherboards, RGB's Life. They got some gaming or CPU cooler right there, and then all their available video cards right here. Now this is the latest one from NVIDIA 1660 Super, which is really good. There's a lot of reviews going out there in YouTube. Really nice. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut off the video for now because I think I'm being called from the releasing station from the for that product that I purchased. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to you guys once I'm back on the road. So yeah, hopefully we won't gonna have much trouble installing this new SSD in our computer.
Hindi naman ako nag-
So yeah, we just bought that solid state drive for the upgrade in our computer storage. So I'm on my way heading home. So really hope I won't encounter too much trouble transferring my all the files, the operating system from my boot drive going to this new SSD.
So I'm really excited using this new SSD for my boot drive. I've already read a lot of read and watched a lot of reviews on YouTube, and the review for both, because I actually have two choices, by the way, either the Western Digital Blue 1 TB SSD, or the this one here, the Samsung 860 Evo that I bought. Unfortunately, they don't have any stock of the Western Digital Blue, but based on the reviews anyway, I'm more in favor of this Samsung 860 Evo because it really has a good review. I mean, the price per performance, I'm actually quite shocked that the price of this 1 TB SSD went down drastically. Because sometime last year I have a friend who just recently upgraded or bought a Western Digital Blue 1 TB SSD as his boot drive. It's actually in par when it comes to performance and price with this Samsung 860 Evo, but he bought it for like maybe 11,000 pesos just last year. So imagine that, a difference of almost 5,000 bucks from the original price. Oh no, almost 3,000 only. Yeah, sorry, bobo sa math. Yeah, so ang taki ng binaba niya. Imagine, 1 TB, wherein a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, it will cost you an arm and a leg just to purchase a 250 GB SSD. Right now, we're talking about terabytes, so it's actually much cheaper now to buy an SSD compared to like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe because they're planning to launch a new type of technology when it comes to SSD, or trying to launch a new model. But yeah, for the consumer, that's a win-win situation. I mean, that's an advantage for us. So it's really a good time to buy an SSD nowadays because the price just went really low. Imagine, it's only around, I bought this for like 7,100 pesos. Really a steal for me. You know, when it comes to, because I'm the kind of person who's really into hardware or computer hardwares. Man, that's a steal. Of course, you really need to save up for it, but imagine what you're getting. So the cost per gigabyte for this 1 TB Samsung 860 Evo SSD really went down. Really nice. So hopefully this new hardware will serve us well for many years to come. This SSD, it's a really good investment. Even though you're not a computer gamer, man, it's a must to buy an SSD. Because in reality, I mean, in real life scenario, on top of the synthetic benchmarks that they do to check how fast an SSD is, in a real life scenario, you can actually tell that if your computer, if you're coming from an old or from a conventional mechanical hard drive, you can really tell the difference when it comes to the speed or how much your computer speed up. Maybe 5 to 10 times faster than it used to be. Like coming from a mechanical drive. So yeah. Also, one more thing about using an SSD, one more advantage. Well, first, I'm gonna give you both the advantages and disadvantages, just the basic ones, because I'm no expert. So one main advantage is the speed. You get to boot up your Windows or your operating system faster. You get to launch your applications, your games much faster. Also, compared to using a mechanical drive, if you accidentally bump your computer or your laptop, you can mess up the drive. You can corrupt the files. You can even destroy or make your operating system unbootable. Like, destroy all of your files, your entire operating system. So when it comes to SSD, bumping or any shock that comes onto your computer, when it comes to physical shocks, is not much of trouble, because it doesn't have any moving parts. But when it comes to disadvantages, well, first of all, it is much pricey compared to, like, the price per gigabyte compared to a mechanical drive is way higher. One more disadvantage would be, well, they say that the lifespan of an SSD drive is shorter than the mechanical ones, but I beg to disagree, because based on experience, I had a lot of mechanical drives who failed to a point that it's no longer usable compared to the SSDs that I got. It's actually the first time that I upgraded to a 1 terabyte SSD, which is really nice. 'Cause back then I can't even afford buying a 500 gigabyte SSD. It's way too expensive. But right now, I'm really happy for my purchase. Assuming that it doesn't have any major problems migrating my my operating system onto it. For those of you guys who a bit of a computer savvy, you know what I'm talking about. So basically, I'm gonna have to migrate it, like do a clone. I'm gonna have to clone my current operating system to this new SSD. Yeah, one more disadvantage actually is the numbers of read and write. Basically, the write that you do on an SSD is more limited. There's like a certain million or billions of terabytes that you can write as much on an SSD depending on the capacity, compared to a mechanical hard drive. If you guys have any computers that is like 10 years old, 5 or more years old already, you know what I'm talking about. It still functions, but it's gonna load up as crap. And but then again, you can always write or save stuff onto it, because every time you save or copy a file onto your computer, it saves onto your storage. Now you either have a mechanical hard drive which have some moving parts, or an SSD which have a non-volatile memory. You can just Google that.
So I just got home and I went ahead and bought this Samsung 860 EVO 1TB SSD that should replace the current one that I'm using right now, which is, it's not that old, but it's already hitting capacity right now, which is a Crucial MX 200 or 500. I think it's only around 240 gigabytes of storage. So yeah, I'm swapping out that baby with this one right here. It is a 1TB Samsung 860 EVO. So let's go ahead and do the unboxing. Basically, this is not going to be a first time unboxing, because they needed to like tamper or open it up or unbox it back in the store, since they need to like put a warranty sticker on the SSD drive itself. So let's go ahead, shall we? Okay, the other side. Yeah, so basically the box just simply says, yeah, Samsung A60 EVO 1TB. It got a 5-year limited warranty, and I'm not sure if they actually provide these specs or the speed of this SSD. I don't think so. How about this side here? No. So yeah, let's have a look. Okay, let's just put that aside. It's just maybe the warranty card or the manual, which no one ever uses or reads. It's just a plastic packaging inside, just to prevent it from, you know, getting damaged during shipping. And here's the SSD itself. Nice. Let me just grab that. Nothing more. Just put that aside. And if you take a look closely, this is a 2.5 SSD, which is just the basic or the common size of the SSD ever since. So it says you got the Samsung solid state drive logo in front. You got a letter, a color gray box in front of us as well, which indicates it is an EVO. Otherwise, if you see a red box in front, that means that it is a Pro version of SSD. And then if you flip it at the back, you're gonna see all the specifications, the serial numbers. Well, not really the specification, except for the size, which is 1TB, and that's about it. Most of them are just the serial and part number, nothing more. Just the voltage rating, or the how much it needs to power on, which is basically just the common SATA ports, the SATA power connector, and then the SATA data connector. So just the basic stuff. It's made out of aluminum. It's really light as well. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in, copy the do the cloning process, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to boot up from this SSD. So let's give it a go. So I'm about to swap this drive. This is the current drive that I have, the old one, and I'm about to swap it with this new one right here. So there it is, guys. Just replaced it. Just need to connect the connectors for the power and the SATA data cable, and then I should be good to go.
Okay, so here we are, guys. I already installed the new SSD. I'm just about to boot it up. I haven't put in the side cover yet because I just want to make sure that everything is working first flawlessly before I put everything back together. So here we go. And I'll be turning it on for the first time. There's the old SSD. Powering on, all fans are spinning. Video card. That's looking good. Booting up. Should boot up in less than 15 seconds. And there we go. We are already on the main menu, which is really good. That means that everything is working. I'll try to boot it up. Real quick, I'll just try to log on to my desktop. Okay. So that is actually pretty quick. I'm quite impressed because I really didn't expect it to be that quick. Like all the process that I did, all the steps that I did, from cloning the drive to formatting the drive, to booting up back onto your operating system, my desktop, and yeah, even the dynamic or the wallpaper automatically boots up. That means that everything, most likely, yeah, that I have from this disk right here has already been cloned properly and working on that new PC. Sorry, on my same old computer. Right now you can't see the SSD because I put it at the back of the computer just to save up or minimize the space that can be taken by that SSD. I plan to put it somewhere here just to just to show it off. However, there's gonna be a lot of rerouting for the cable, so I don't want to go through all those mess right now. I just want to make sure that everything is up and running. So there is the new SSD storage that I've just installed. You can see it still got 717 gigabytes free out of 931, which is fine. You're never gonna get the exact amount or 1 terabyte because that's being used by the system. Anyway, that looks good. So I've just replaced the side panel. Just put everything back together, connected everything, and the computer booted up properly. I've checked all the background services, the applications that I have originally from a previous SSD, and everything are just the way it is. So that's a good sign. Also, that's a drive that I just got replaced with the Samsung 860 EVO, and everything seems to be working great. So I'm gonna go ahead and just to make sure, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a burn test, try to test the speed of the drive, but so far so good. So I'm gonna have to end this video right here, and I hope you guys like it. So please don't forget to hit like, dislike, comments, and most especially don't forget to subscribe down below. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace.